Good afternoon, it's Brian here at Fitzpatrick's Garage, Dublin Road, Kildare. I'm going to show you this car here, which is a 2016 Honda Civic, and this is what's called a Sport model. The Sport in 2016 had a real nice set of wheels when you bought the petrol version. So the diesel one came with the 16s, but the petrol like this actually came with those 17-inch wheels. This car is a one-owner car from brand new. Now we know the previous customer, he's dealt and bought cars with us before. The black, I think, looks really well in the car, and as you'll see throughout the video, I am a bit of a fan of those wheels. Anyway, if there's any information you want on the car, please do give me a call. Brian is my name, 086 843 1945. If there's any information you want on this particular car, please don't hesitate to give me a shout. I'd be quite happy to give you information about trade-ins, about financing, all that kind of stuff. And what we'll do throughout the video is we'll just have a look at condition on the car overall, exactly what kind of features are on it, and we'll start off with a bit of a drive. So yeah, Brian's my name, 086 843 1945. If there is any information you require on this particular car before you travel, about your trade-in or about financing or anything like that, do not hesitate to give me a shout. So let's take this car for a drive as usual. Unfortunately it's night time, but one thing I do want to show you, look at these wheels. They're so cool, aren't they, at night time? See the way the light reflects on them from the showroom behind me. They're so cool. When you see them driving past at night, they're so distinctive. I love those wheels. Anyway, we're going to go for a spin, see how the car drives, show you what it's like to accelerate. So, and we're in the car, so we're going to get set up. First thing is, yeah, get that out where I wanted. Height adjuster on the seat. All good. Let's go for a drive. This car's got about 41,000 kilometers. So this is a 1.4 and these are just about 100 horsepower. Gears are 6 forward. One thing I find actually about the petrols, the steering always feels, compared to diesels, the steering always feels really light, but I mean in a good way. It's nice and comfortable and easy to use. In terms of the controls in the car, I can change all this i-VTEC, I'll show you that better in a while, up through here. My speedo is dead ahead up through here, and then I've got my engine revolution counter in through here, so I'll show you when I'm accelerating how all those things work. Anyway, screen in through here, which is all touch and swipe, quite easy to use. This car, as we were saying, one owner from brand new. I love one owner cars because I know exactly where they've been and what they've been doing, and it's nice to be able to supply a product to someone where you know exactly what the car's been at. Gearbox is sweet, brakes feel good, has to go into our workshop so we can get her serviced and all that kind of stuff anyway, but so far steering feels good, suspension feels good, gearbox feels good, clutch feels good, everything feels good. So what we're going to do is a bit of an acceleration run in a sec. I just want to get out to an area where it is nice and quiet. I'm going to go through a couple of roundabouts here actually and see how everything feels. Quite nice. Gearbox is sweet. It's nice where it is. Anyway, we're going to go onto a motorway, so the speed limit is 120 kilometers an hour. So we're going to see, basically from standing start, how the car performs getting up as far as that speed. Handling drives really nice. So 0 kilometers an hour, let's go. And we're being nice and easy on the car. We're not exceeding the red line. The car is completely safe to do this. Third gear. And there's traffic here, so 110 kilometers an hour. See, this 100 horsepower engine, it drives very, very well. Road tax for the year on a car like this is €280. In terms of fuel efficiency, normal people usually achieve somewhere in the region of around 6 to 6.5 litres per 100 kilometers. The engine is dead reliable in these cars, really, really good. We've been selling Honda since 2012 and this is a car that does not give us any trouble. So as I can't stop mentioning on these cars, whenever I see them coming into the garage, The sport ones, those wheels, just because, and I know I keep talking about it, but they make such a difference to the car. The car's such a nice shape, but it needs those big wheels to fill out the arches, and these kind of diamond cut ones really make all the difference. As you can see, I kind of like them a lot. Check out these wheels. So that's enough of that about the wheels. Other significant features on the front of the car. In 2015, these cars had a new, more aggressive front end, and it carries into 2016. The bumper took from the Type R, which was launched around that time, and it became much more aggressive looking. So, first thing we get is big, nice daytime running lamps all the way along the bottom of the headlamp. Projector headlights in through here. There is nice fog light surrounds, which are chrome, and then your fog lights obviously are in through there. And then there's parking sensors at the front. The grille is all black, and actually normally on these Civics this area here is black. This one is a black car, so actually I like the way everything looks really colour coded. I'm not going to talk about these things because you already know how I feel about them. Behind there's anti-lock brakes, there's emergency brake assist, emergency brake distribution, so quite a safe car overall. In terms of the doors, door handles are colour coded, and then these rear handles are hidden up through here, again just to give it that sporty sort of look. The rear tail lights, which will turn on, and when we do, what we get is a nice LED style tail light. There is a nice black spoiler on the back, and it looks really well on the back of this because it is a black car. Normally they have a big black diffuser along there, but again it's really seamless on this one because the car is black. That rear window is also tinted, so the black theme going all the way through the car I think is really nice. And because, I know I'm going to stop talking, but because the wheels are that nice diamond cut kind of finish, it complements the black really well. Even small things like in terms of Honda nerdiness, they put these on the car so the air will deflect off the rear of the car in the most aerodynamic way possible. And then underneath the car, probably hard to see from there, but it's all nice and flat under there, and the reason being that less things to cause aerodynamic inefficiencies, and again increasing your fuel efficiency. The boot is quite good, and then after that what we can do is drop the boot, so we can actually make it nice and deep, or if you want you can put a spare wheel in through there. This grab handle here is on both sides, and it's actually even in back here, so there's kind of 4 areas you can pull to access or close the rear of the boot. And actually, just before we get into the car, I want to show you one thing, which is basically the global closure function. So I can lock the car or unlock the car. If I choose to unlock it, if I keep my finger on this key, watch the windows, or similarly, if I choose to lock the car, I hit the lock button 2 times in a row, but I keep my finger depressed, and the windows are gone back up. Accessing the rear of the car, like what we were saying, we have this door handle here. So if I unlock the car once, it unlocks the driver's door. If I unlock it a second time, it unlocks the rear and the boot as well. Doors open in a really almost right angle area, so it allows access to the car to be quite easy. There's nice, like, you know, if you're trying to get basically around a child seat or something like that. Child locks in through here, nice stitching on the doors. There is usual brushed aluminium for door handles and electrics for windows in through here. The rear seating, 3 3-point safety belts, 1 armrest, 3 head restraints, 3-point safety belts as we said, and then after that kangaroo pocket in through here. But watch the seat, right? You know that you fold your seats forward? Watch this collapse. So you see that it goes flat, and then actually you got a flat area into the back of the car, and you end up with kind of a load area that's pretty much as big as a light commercial vehicle. And then I can also use the magic function, which basically means I lift that up, I lock that in place, and now I've got a tall mode. And after that, if you're curious about size in the car, when I'm sitting in the car, if I have the seat where I would normally sit, a good bit of space here, and then in terms of headroom and all that kind of stuff, quite good. If it closes the door, quite good. If I let this armrest down, yeah, it's a comfortable place to be. So quite a good amount of space for an adult, even though sometimes I wonder if I am an adult. Anyway, one other thing I forgot to show you, those wing mirrors as well. When I lock it, that is how you retract your wing mirrors, and then when you open up the car, open straight back out into the front of the car. Usual stuff over here, electrics for windows and mirrors. Down into here we have our parking sensors for front and rear. We'll have a look at that in a sec. The seat, same material, and then you got height adjuster in through here. Back part of the seat can be adjusted through there, and that steering wheel, as we saw earlier when we were driving the car, has the function underneath to allow us to pull it down and then have your rake reach ability in, out, or upwards or downwards. After that, there is an econ function in through here. So if I press this button here, it turns on the economy function down through there. Okay, econ on, and what it's going to do is these blue lights will change to green when I'm driving economically. It'll also reduce how aggressive the cruise control is and how aggressive the air conditioner is. Starting from here, we have an armrest over here. I've got 3 functions in here. One is HDMI. I've got 2 USB functions, and I've got one 12-volt power outlet, so these can charge phones, play music, and all that kind of stuff. In through here, I've got drinks holders. Not drinks holders, just a bit of storage actually. And then in through here, I've got another 12-volt outlet. I would love to know what people do with 12-volt outlets. Anyway, there is our 6 forward gear gearbox with reverse. When I go for reverse, I get camera. And then, as I was saying, if I have the sensors turned on, it tells me here, and it also tells me up through here if I've got an object behind me. And similarly, if I go forward, it'll also tell me if I have an object in front of me. While we're at it, let's have a look at the Honda Connect system. So in through here, we got everything set up in our touch and swipe. So we got our audio settings in through here, which is internet radio, general settings overall. We've got phone, which is more for taking calls and stuff like that, whereas the audio in here is going to allow us basically go into our source and where do we want music from? FM, long wave, medium wave, digital radio, Bluetooth, smartphone connection, USB, all that kind of stuff in through there. Over here then we're also going to have things like clock browser for the internet, actually, believe it or not, but the handbrake must be engaged to use that. And it is an Android kind of setup, so that is how the radio works. Moving across, we have our Bluetooth functions in through here, but I think the way things are going these days, most people are just going to hit the green or red in these big Doolan buttons that come up in through there. Heating, I've got my side over here, I've got my passenger side over here, or I can synchronize it, and that means I control both sides. I've got air recirculation, front windscreen demister, rear windscreen demister, plus my wing mirrors, and then speed up or slow down the fan, and where do I want the air to blow. And after that then, coming up onto the steering wheel, I've controls for radio in through here. I've got my i-VTEC setting here, which I can change this information, which is telling me I've got low tire pressure or how much fuel you've left or average speed, clock, all that kind of stuff. And just in case you're wondering, while you're driving, this is the kind of view that you have. So you got your revolution counter here, fuel over here, speedo in through here, low tire pressure over here, and then in through here, any warnings like the low tire pressure will come up over here. Again, the car needs to go into our workshop so we can get it serviced and all that kind of stuff. So it's telling me all my information in here, low fuel, anything that I need to take care of. After that then, we said we had cruise control, and that's also got a speed limiter in through there. Other notable features actually include wipers, which are automated, and also headlights, which are also automated, so they come on at night, and these guys obviously come on when it rains. Anyway, that is our Honda Civic Sport 1.4 VTEC. It is a car that's got about 41,000 kilometers. It's got one owner from brand new. We're going to supply the car with 12 months warranty. We're going to give you 12 months roadside assist. NCT is not applicable until 2020. And then after that, we're going to service the car as well. And then we'll check it over for things like brakes and tires and all that kind of stuff as well. So if you have a trade-in, absolutely no problem, we can do that. And if you want finance on a car like this, absolutely no problem, we can do that too. So if you want a genuine one owner from new car that was basically bought and purchased in Ireland, this is definitely something to look at. If you're not familiar with the Civic petrol and you're looking for a car that's got decent road tax, it's good and reliable, they hold value, and there's something different. These cars are nice, they turn heads because there's something a bit different. And I think this one is really cool looking because it's got the nice big wheels and it's black as well. So anyway, Brian is my name. Hopefully the car's been of interest. If you want any information, call, text, WhatsApp, whatever suits, and thank you for taking time to watch.